Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1982 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the Texas Rangers at Arlington Stadium. On the mound for Detroit is Dan Petry, whose record is 1-0 with a 3.24 ERA. And pitching for the Rangers today is Bryn Smith, whose record is 6-7 with a 5.28 ERA. Okay, if you watched the last game we played, the Rangers won in the bottom of the ninth inning, 9-8, and it was just a complete catastrophe of a game all the way through. Chris Spire, the shortstop for the Rangers, played catcher in that game, and there were a lot of questions afterward. It was probably the most, before we get into the Rangers lineup, I try to quell the boiling anger that's deep within inside of me, when it comes to these games, because in the end it's just a game. But I get so frustrated when the game seems to have this methodology where there's nothing you can do to prevent from losing. And in this particular game, we had a catcher behind the plate. I stole 6 bases. They had an error. We had Dave Rozema on the mound, and he couldn't even get out of the 4th inning. And we ended up losing a game that we should have won. They had 5 extra base hits. We had 0 extra base hits. In fact, we had 7 hits against a player who had an ERA that was almost 6. So all of these things that were happening in the ball game, it didn't make any sense to me. And I was so mad afterwards. So I apologize if I get a little over involved, but I guess that's what kind of makes it fun too. Take a look here at the Rangers lineup. There were some questions afterwards. For instance, do the Rangers have a catcher on the roster? They do not. Chris Spires, who they threw in there, they do not have a catcher in AAA or AA. So I did a little research. You may find this interesting. I don't know. Greg Mahlberg has started the most games at catcher this season, 92, followed by Chris Spire, who started 11. And then it's Rodney Scott, another infielder, second baseman. He has 4 starts at catcher. And then Johnny Grubb starts 3 times, as well as Wayne Tollison, their backup shortstop. And finally, Odie Davis has 1 start at catcher. So I went and looked at the free agents. I almost just grabbed one and threw one on their team. It just doesn't feel right to do that. I'm not going to do that. But they did release John Ellis at the end of the season. He was a catcher for the Rangers in the 1982 season, but they released him before the season started. And I guess they didn't have a backup plan, unless intentionally they were going to give Chris Spire as many starts at catcher as possible. I don't know. Anyway, there were questions regarding what was the Rangers' roster and what was their game plan. And that's all I could tell you there. So at any rate, hopefully we'll have a better go of it today against the Rangers. Like and or subscribe. I appreciate everyone following along. Got another new subscriber yesterday, up to 231. I did not play a game yesterday. I was not feeling well. I'm still recovering from COVID. I guess it's an up and down thing because I felt great. I even worked a full day, and then yesterday I just felt absolutely horrible. So I took another day off. We have 2 right-handers that will not be available for today's game in relief. That's going to leave us with Dave Smith as the only right-hander in our bullpen. So Rucker or Smith will get a save opportunity if we get that far. Dan Petry on the mound. The current Ranger lineup has only had 17 plate appearances against Dan Petry. And then unfortunately, Mickey Hatcher and Lou Whitaker are listed as tired, so 2 of our main offensive players are not available. That's going to put Wags at second and Sularz at third. So a little bit better defensively at third base, but otherwise not as strong of a lineup as I like. Let's go ahead and do the lineup rundown officially for the Tigers here. Batting leadoff and playing center field is Rickey Henderson. Batting second and DHing today is Eddie Murray. Batting third and left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting cleanup, playing first base is Greg Brock. Batting fifth and catching is Lance Parrish. Batting seventh at batting sixth in right field is Andre Dawson. Batting seventh and playing shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting eighth, playing second base is Mark Wagner. And playing third base and batting ninth is Sularz. Okay, former Tiger, Bryn Smith on the mound. We traded him over there earlier this season. He's making his 20th overall start between the two teams. He's 4-5 as a Ranger with a 5.07 ERA. Pretty solid there. 46 Ks in 71 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .264 against him, so looks like he's found a home in their rotation, pitching pretty solidly. He's a 5-pitch pitcher, but really only one pitch is above average. That's a palm ball. Fastball's not so bad. He's got a slider, a curve, and a sinker, which are not good pitches, all well below average. Overall rated an 82. So we always had good things in mind with Bryn Smith. He just couldn't put it together for us, and we were able to trade him away. And so here is the defensive alignment for the Rangers today. Looks like everybody's in the right position. They have Rodney Scott at second base and Terry Bogener at first base today. So a couple different players in the lineup. And here's Rickey Henderson leading off against Bryn Smith, hitting a fly ball to right center field, pretty deep. Caught on the warning track by the center fielder, Rick Manning, one down. Here's Eddie Murray. Murray, a base hit into center. Ken Murray finally be getting off the schneid. He's been terrible for us so far this season. Base hit to center, so Murray on first. Here is Gibby. Gibby batting .308 versus right-handers and a walk to Gibson. Moves Murray into scoring position. First and second now with the Brock Nest monster up. Been a while since Brock's had a home run. There's a base hit to left. We'll take that. Wait a minute. No, it's going to be caught by the left fielder. Bump Wills. Bump Wills is in left field, and I guess he made a sliding catch. Thought maybe he trapped it. Instead, that's going to be the second out. No one's going to be able to advance. Two down. Here's Lance Parrish. And Parrish hits a line drive to center. So a lot of sharp hit balls and a deep one to center from Henderson. But we could not score on that. So we go to the bottom of the first inning. Here is the lineup rundown for the Rangers. Batting leadoff, playing second base, is Rodney Scott. Batting second at shortstop is Odie Davis. Batting third and DHing is Billy Sample. Batting cleanup and catching is Greg Mahlberg. Batting fifth in right field is Leon Roberts. Batting sixth at third base is Tucker Ashford. Batting seventh in left field is Bump Wills. Batting eighth in center field is Rick Manning. And batting ninth, playing first base, is Terry Bogener. Dan Petry getting his fourth start this season. He's 1-0 with that .324 ERA. Take a look at his log real quick. He's been kind of up and down. I mean, he had a great first start, and then he struggled in his second start, going 67 pitches in 4 2/3 innings. Then he pitched against Boston one more time, and he got beat around a little bit more. We're trying to limit his pitch count so that down the stretch in September, we might stretch him out to 100 pitches or so. I'd like to see him get at least 6 innings today and start showing us this 90 rating starting pitcher that we really desperately need right now. Here's the Tigers' defensive alignment. Excuse me, let me take a drink here. Oh man, this COVID, I tell you. It's the real deal. All right. Rodney Scott leading off against Dan Petry. Ground ball to third. This is not going to be one of the better games I've done, as Scott grounds out to Sularz at third base. Hopefully y'all can bear with me here as Odie Davis steps in, hitting a comebacker to Petry. 2 down. And Billy Sample grounds out to short. So a quick 1-2-3 inning. We go to the top of the second, no score. Here is Andre Dawson leading off against Bryn Smith. Striking out, swinging. I'm sorry, looking, actually. I can't tell the difference anymore. 1 down for Alan Trammell, lining up to left. 2 outs. And then Marky Wags, base hit into center field. All right, sorry. I need to get refocused here because the coughing is really throwing me off. Wagner, base hit to center field. We've got him on first with 2 outs. Let's see if we can get another base hit here from a spot starter. Sularz, and he strikes out on a palm ball. It was right down the middle. What does a palm ball do? Is there no rotation to a palm ball? Is that why it's so slow? I don't know anything about a palm ball. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Here is Greg Mahlberg leading off against Dan Petry. And Petry strikes him out. First K of the day for Petry. And then he comes back and walks Leon Roberts. So trading a 1-for-1 there. As Tucker Ashford steps in with a base hit to right. Roberts coasts into third. It's first and third with 1 out, and Bump Wills up. Bump Wills absolutely crushing it. Had 2 home runs in yesterday's game. We'll give up a run if we can get a double play opportunity. A lot of speed at first and at the plate. That's a base hit to right anyway. Roberts will score, and now we've got to pull the infield in. That was an infield single. I'm sorry, a 1 RBI single for Wills. And the lefty, Rick Manning, up. So infield's pulled in. Try to go home. Try to prevent another run from scoring here. And a line drive right at Trammell. And they double Ashford off third. Okay, we get out of that one. That was the hard way, but we'll take it. Tigers down a run, though, as the Rangers take the early lead 1-0. And we're back to the top of the lineup here in the third with Rickey Henderson. Henderson flipping it into center field for a base hit. Will it go for 2? Nope. Holds at first. Now I wish we had a shortstop behind the plate. Do we steal with Henderson? I'm going to say no. We will hit and run with Murray. Something that he is good at. Ground ball to second. Henderson will move to second. With 1 out, Gibby will step in. An opportunity to tie the ball game. And another walk for Gibson. It's 2 walks today for Gibby. It's almost like they're pitching around Gibson to get to Brock. Let's see if Brock can make him pay. Certainly a double play situation here. And they walk Brock. Well, that doesn't really change much as far as the double play goes. Now you have a slow base runner at first and Big Will at the plate. All right, let's see here. Lance Parrish. Another walk. 3 consecutive walks. That's going to bring in a run. Henderson scores from third. We'll give Parrish an RBI on that. And Andre Dawson has a chance here to give the Tigers a big lead. And he hits a comebacker to Smith. Run scores. Looks like Smith tried to turn 2 by pivoting to second, but they could not complete the double play. So first and third, 2 down for Alan Trammell. Tigers are up 2-1. And a slow roller to short, and that'll end the inning. So we're going to the bottom of the third. 2-1 Detroit. Petry's got the lead now. Let's see what he does with it. Terry Bogener leading off, striking him out, painting the corner for strike 3 with a nice changeup. There's 1 down, and then Rodney Scott hits it right back to Petry. Petry tosses him out at first. This is a good opportunity here to quickly shut them down and give us a nice turnaround. Oh, Odie Davis with a base hit to right. Davis with 9 stolen bases this season is a threat to go. Billy Sample batting .321 versus right-handers. It's a ground ball to Wagner at second, and that'll do it. So good job by Peaches shutting down the Rangers. We go to the top of the fourth. Here's Wagner leading off. Wagner has one of the 3 hits for Detroit, and he pops this one up into foul ground on the third base side. Play is made by Ashford. 1 down. Sularz up, and there's a hit for Sularz. Maybe a double, maybe a triple. It's definitely a double. We're going to hold him at second. That is Sularz. Second double as a Tiger, third overall this season. So runner on second base. 1 down for Rickey Henderson. Henderson walks. 5 walks for Bryn Smith. Bryn Smith, much like Petry, wild and yet to really harness it. First and second for Eddie Murray, and a base hit up the middle for Murray. Murray definitely breaking out of this. Oh no, you're not, well, shoot, Manning, he's got a gold glove in center field. A 50-50 chance. I'm going to say no. That's going to load the bases for Gibby with only 1 out. We are going to let Gibson swing away. He's been walked twice so far. Full count. Oh, he strikes him out this time. Damn it. I hate to root for a bases loaded walk. I'd rather have like a base hit or something. But in my mind, as that pitch was coming as a full count, I'm like, all right, well we'll take another walk. Let's see if Greg Brock can drive in any of these runs. No. Oh, we leave the bases loaded and a golden opportunity to put this game out of reach early. Instead, we go to the bottom of the 4, just up the run. Dan Petry only had 34 pitches. Mahlberg leading off with a pop-up in between first and second. Looks like the play is made by Bogener. 1 down. Leon Roberts, next man up. Ground ball to Wagner at second. 2 quick outs. And Tucker Ashford steps in. Petry leaves that one up high and inside. Ashford just couldn't turn on it to get enough power generated and flies out to left. So we're going to the 5th inning. Bryn Smith at 94 pitches already. as Lance Parrish steps in and strikes out. 4 Ks for Smith today. Next up is Dawson, grounds out to first. Two down, and then Trammell dumps it into center field for a base hit. Falls in front of Manning out there. Do we want to go for 2? I'm going to say no. We are going to try to steal second base, though, with 2 outs. See if we can't get Trammell in the scoring position for Wags. And he's thrown out stealing. That's a bummer. Okay, we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Bump Wills up. Let's hope the base running blunder doesn't start the momentum switch. Yep. Line drive to left from Wills. And it's a double. Every time, folks. Now, how are we going to get out of this one? Or is the Mogul on and there's nothing we can do about it? There's Rick Manning. Yep, Petry hits Manning. First and second, nobody out. Now, we could turn double play here. It's going to... Yeah, there's nothing you can do at this point. We're going to pull the infield in, but there's always that switch in momentum when you get thrown out. And this one is off the rails. Ground ball to short, and we did have the infield in. Just random guess that might work, and they turned 2. So Petry is 1 pitch away from getting out of this. We're going to go ahead and pitch to Davis. First base is open, but I think I'd rather face Davis than face Billy Sample. Line drive to left. That looked like ball 4. And Sample lines out to left. Davis, I should say, lines out to left, and that's going to get us out of the inning. So we did not get Moguled. We get out of the jam. We go to the top of the 6th. Bryn Smith at 102 pitches. Here's Wagner, 1 for 2 on the day, and another base hit to left. Do we want to go for 2? Yes, we do. We did not learn our lesson. He's safe at second base. All right, Marky Wags. 9th double on the season. That's as many doubles as Rickey Henderson, by the way. Okay, so we are going to lay down a bunt from our number 9 hitter, Sularz. Lays down a nice bunt to third, and Wagner is safe at third base. So a sac bunt for our boy, Sularz. Good job by him. And now we're just going to ask for Rickey to hit it to the outfield. Anywhere but Manning would be good. Oh, that'll get a run in. Ground ball to second. And it's 3-1 Detroit. Good job by Rickey. At least he went to the right side of the infield. And then Murray grounds out to third. Okay, we go to the bottom of the 6th. We get another run on the board. 3-1 Detroit. Now Petry, this is the magic inning here. We need to get him through this one. Only at 65 pitches. Ground ball from Billy Sample leading off the inning. Ground ball to Wags. There's 1 down. Greg Mahlberg up next. And a ground ball to Trammell. Some decent defense this series so far. And then Roberts flies out to left. A 1-2-3 inning in the 6th. We go to the top of the 7th inning, and they're bringing in a relief pitcher, Sid Monge. Future Detroit Tiger. He was on the Tigers in 1983. This is his 12th appearance. 5.91 ERA. Walks as many as he strikes out. Opponents are batting .307 against him. Not a very effective left-handed pitcher. But he will be facing Gibby and Brock. And Gibson hits lefties pretty well. We're going to let him swing away. Gibson hits a grounder to third. And Ashford tosses him out. Here's a guy that struggles versus lefties. Give him a chance here, though. And he grounds out to third. So 2 quick outs for Mungie. And now Parrish, who crushes lefties, batting .326 versus left-handers. Hits a liner right back at Mungie. No, that went all the way through to short. And Davis snags it for the third out. So nothing doing in the 7th. We go to the bottom half. Here is Tucker Ashford leading off. Now we have a righty and then a switch hitter and 2 lefties and then another switch hitter. So my point of it is that this would be the inning to pull Petry. Let's see if we can get Tucker Ashford first. No. Third walk. Okay, so yeah, we're going to bring in a lefty. Because here's my reasoning. Bump Wills is batting .283 versus righties, but his overall batting average is .281. So he does hit lefties worse. And that's why we have George Capizzello absolutely crushing everybody he faces. Lefties are batting .173 against him this season. Let's see if he can get Bump Wills here. Turning around, batting right-handed. Sharp ground ball to first. Only play was to step on the bag for Brock. Ashford moves into scoring position. Runner on second for Rick Manning. Manning a .242 hitter. Hitting a high fly ball to center field. Henderson will make the catch. Ashford tags and takes third. And that's going to leave it up to Terry Bogener to get them within a run. And Cappy lays it right down the middle for him. Bogener can't catch up with it. Popping out to short center field for the third out. So good job by Capizzello. You can always count on him. We go to the top of the 8th. They're going to keep Sid Mungie in there. It's Dawson, Trammell, and Wags. Dawson just can't do anything right. You know, we didn't even switch it over to the in-game stats. Player of the game so far, maybe Wagner, maybe Eddie Murray, getting his first as a Tiger. Who knows? Okay, so a ground ball by Dawson. He's 0 for 4 now with an RBI today. Next up is Trammell. He's got a hit. And now he hits a ground ball to first. 2 down, and Marky Wags with a base hit here. Could definitely be player of the game. Popping it up. Right on the chalk. But it is the third out. We go to the 8th inning. And now we've got a string of righties due up. And we're going to turn it over to Dave Smith. And if everything goes as planned, he might be in line for his first save opportunity as a Tiger. If he can't get these next 6 guys out, then we'll bring in Rucker to close out the ball game. If we're in that situation. Okay, definitely look good defensively. Here's Rodney Scott leading off, bottom of the 8th. Tigers are up by 2. And a base hit through the right side of the infield. And Scott, who's got blazing speed on first. 10 stolen bases for Scott, just in backup duty. All right, runner on first. Odie Davis. Oh, come on. That runner on third means nothing. But Davis is, Dave Smith is what I'm trying to say, is really, he got such a good start. Remember, he had 9 2/3 scoreless innings as a Tiger, and he's been pretty rough since then. We're going to play back and try to turn 2. Here's Billy Sample. There we go. Sinker on the inside of the plate. Kind of jams Billy Sample as he strikes out. And a chance for a double play to get out of the inning with the catcher running here at the plate. He's 0 for 3 today, Greg Mahlberg. with a strikeout. And there's a ground ball to Trammell. And they turn two and get out of it. Good job by Davis. We go to the top of the ninth inning. 3-1 Detroit. Sid Mungie still in there. Very effective. 2 innings pitched, no hits given up. Here's Guy Sularz. Oh, I thought Sularz just crushed it. It says to be a long, foul fly out to left field. There's one down. Next up, Rickey Henderson. Henderson skies it straight up at the plate. 2 quick outs from Mungie. Looking amazing. Oh, then he walks Murray. Murray 2 for 4 with a walk today. Pretty solid. Gibson also been on base twice. Maybe they pitched around Murray to get to the lefty Gibson. Oh, and he walks for the 3rd time. I don't really think Gibson is that kind of batter. Like, I don't really think of him as someone who walks so much, but he does seem to do it this year. So let's go bring up Greg Brock. And Brock, again, against lefties, not great. It's almost like that he intentionally pitched around Murray and Gibson just to get to Brock. Okay, we go to the 9th inning. Dave Smith out there for his 2nd inning of work. He's got Roberts and Ashford, and then maybe we bring in Rucker. We'll see. Got to get through Leon Roberts first with a slow roller to Trammell. Trammell throws him out, 1 down. Tucker Ashford up next, and a ground ball to Wags at 2nd. All right, 2 quick outs. We're going to let Smith pitch to bump Wills. Wills 2 for 3 at the ribby today. And he hits a fly ball to center field, right field, I guess I should say. And Dawson makes the catch, so a 2-inning save for Dave Smith. The Tigers win 3-1. That was a good victory. Oh no! We lost Alan Trammell. Oh man, for 33 days. I mean, I've been resting him every single time. Not trying to stretch him out or anything, just to avoid this type of thing. He will be back in time for the playoffs, but we got to get there first. Well, Marky Wags just became more important to our team. We'll have to take a look at our roster and see what we're going to do about that. Still have a 5-game lead over the Yankees. Nobody in this division seems to be playing well right now, except for Baltimore, who got Jim Palmer back, and they're still 2 games under 500. Seattle hanging in there against Kansas City, 3 games back. Let's take a look at the transactions. Yeah, there's Trammell. And then Texas, who we just are in the midst of facing here, they're going to lose 2 of their relievers. Mungie, that manager, I think it's Don Zimmer, right? Don Zimmer is the manager of the Rangers in 82. Leaving Mungie in there for 3 innings, and he's injured. Bruised hip. And then Jim Kern, their other closer. So I guess that means they'll probably bring Hankey back up. I guess we could just quickly look. We're right here. They do. They bring Tom Hankey back up, and Ken Clay, longtime starter, moves into the bullpen. Hasn't pitched in the majors this year. So, okay, let's take a look at the box score, and we'll get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for bearing with me today. Again, I'm still under the weather. Not good enough to go to work today, but good enough to do a ball game for you fine folks out there. Maybe feeling a little bit better because of doing this, and the Tigers getting a victory. Player of the game. This is a tough one. I think we're going to give it to Eddie Murray over Wagner, simply because we need to give Eddie Murray some flowers and get him out of this slump since the trade. Dan Petry pitches okay, gets the victory. This is this line here is very similar to the lines he's been throwing up so far this year. 84 pitches, that's the most pitches he's thrown. Dave Smith gets his third save overall, but his first as a Detroit Tiger. He very well may be our closer next year. Bryn Smith takes the loss, kind of a hard luck loss. Walked too many guys, got into trouble early. They bring in Sid Mungie, though, who did not give up a hit and didn't give up a base runner until the ninth inning. And that's going to do it. So we're going to come back tomorrow, health willing, and we're going to play Game 4 of this 4-game series. Until then, everyone, have a great day.